Team Arti and their AC, Sforzato, I hope I said that right, it's Italian, are the #1 team in the regular league of Armored Core Formula Front. Shout out to the one person who's been asking me to remake some Formula Front ACs. This one's for you. And I've been a bit hesitant, mostly because Formula Front is one of the more obscure titles, if you will. So I'm not sure how many people are going to enjoy watching this kind of build. I hope y'all do, because Formula Front has some nice ACs in the lineup. Now, I wouldn't mind recreating more in the future, so depending on how this video does, we'll determine that. And speaking of obscure games, I was talking to Thrife about this. Isn't it interesting how they're re-releasing the mobile games? Not long ago, they re-released the ports for the Armored Core 1 to Master of Arena titles. So I'm telling you, there's got to be something cooking up in the background. From has to be making something big for Armored Core. Sooner than later, I hope, because I really want to see what direction they're going to go. Thrife and I were even discussing what's more plausible, a DLC or a 6.5 sequel. Let me know in the comments, what do you think they're going to make next? And I realized I could have went for game I through this round, didn't I? I sure did. That's what I get for opening up about my thoughts. Alright, enough sidetracking. Time to focus up here. I think I'm going to have to stick to mid-range combats. Going on offense is not the right move. Who does this guy think he is? Batman? Going to the highest building and brooding? We're going to scream, Rachel! Come on now, let's do this thing. Yeah, I'm already noticing a difference. Focusing on mid-range. Although I'm so tempted to go in and do as much damage as... Never mind. I'm glad I didn't. I wanted to go in head first with the pulse cannon because that thing seriously rips apart anything within seconds without a stagger bar. Alright, good, because I want to try to end this thing as quickly as possible. Stun guns are the kind of weapons you don't want to drag the match on for much longer. The electrical buildup stacks so badly that you can take wow, they didn't even go for their brooding phase. They just went all in on the assault boost. You know they're ticked off. Gotta concentrate here for a second. They're really trying to get to me. Please don't use assault armor. Or use it there. That's fine. I'm glad you wasted it. But yeah, stun guns, something you want to finish off quickly compared to some of these other loadouts. I was wondering if any of my hits were going to reach you there. The delivery boy missiles are finishing off whatever's left of them. Nice. Looks like some players are starting to understand the power of dual laser shotties on a tetrapod. And seeing dual Morleys on top of that, I don't want to be anywhere near this thing. I'm going to have to definitely commit to mid-range again. Unless they go airborne. Which doesn't look like they are just yet. Although I am seeing a trend that people make as a mistake using these shotguns on a tetrapod is that they don't fire off the charged attacks in quick succession when you definitely can. It has such a short cooldown, and that's part of their strong suit. Oh no, they're starting to understand now. Knowing you have assault armor now, I'm definitely not gonna go anywhere near you. You made my decision that much easier. I'm even scared to look at this thing's general direction. Seriously, this AC has literally an out for everything at close range, not so much anything beyond that, because they clearly struggled getting closer to me, but still, it's a pretty lethal combination. Oh no, they're starting to go yeah, they're going aggro. They're going aggro. Oh, blind Morley, I see. Now, if you were in hover mode, you'd be able to go point blank. That was so close. I thought the explosion was gonna get me. I like the build. It's definitely dedicated entirely to close range combat, but you need the means to be able to engage your opponents at the optimal range. Good lord, dual ear shots and a laser blade on a featherweight. That's honestly pretty scary because they're going to be super quick on their feet and delivering a lot of punishment. I have to make sure I don't get hit by those grenade cannons no matter what. It looks like they have no weapon on their right arm, which means they might combo extend with the fist, like I did with my Valkyrie recreation. That was a lot of fun, not gonna lie. I thought not having a weapon in one of the arm slots was gonna hurt me, but it turned out to be really effective. And I'm playing to their weakness with the laser blade. They cannot get me while I'm in the air. Ground is a different story. Oh, terminal armor. Well, should have saved my pulse armor a bit. Cluster missiles coming in clutch. I'm surprised they were able to keep up with the AC, although it is one of those weapons you have to keep track of or else. That's one of the issues with charging weapons like the laser lance and the laser blade, is that they're really good when they make contact, but it's those weird angles that throws off the tracking. Wow, you're just trying to hit me with whatever you got now. And that was quick. Well, I'm gonna sit here and relax for a bit. Wait, my shield's gone. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, they got me right on the edge of their attack. Wow, I deserved that. I didn't realize they melted through my pulse armor right away and couldn't react in time. Like I said, punching as a combo extender is pretty crazy depending on the rest of your weapons. Worked great on Valkyrie, as I mentioned earlier. Oh, that was way too close. Nice, my missiles made contact. I do like that these cluster missiles build up stagger super quick. It's just harder to hit opponents like this one. They were nowhere near me. I got lucky there. But against heavier opponents, I can see these missiles shining. Please end it. Bubbles for the win. I did not want a repeat of the last round. Good game. That was definitely an all or nothing loadout you had going. A lightweight missile melee build, that's interesting. Oh, and they have an emblem that's very reminiscent of my Vesper-themed Raven emblem as one of the prizes for that Balaam versus Arquebus tournament. I hope the winners of that tournament are enjoying the emblem, because I worked really hard on those two designs. I wanted to make it as thematic as possible, something you would see if you joined either faction while being inspired by the older Armored Core generation with the Frighteners look. Wow, my cluster missiles were desperately trying to keep up with them. Like I said, lightweights are very difficult to hit with, but I think anything heavier would be much easier. Oh, good thing they didn't hit me with the second slash. Of course you have assault armor. Glad I got out of the way. You're really gonna make me chase you down. Wow, the coral beam didn't even hit me directly. It was the stupid explosion in front of the building that got them the win. Ah, when maps choose sides, am I right? They're supposed to be neutral in all of this. I spite you for picking sides, building. Note to self, don't be near cover when avoiding the coral rifle's attacks. Oh, you're gonna rely on your missiles the whole time, aren't you? Please get stuck in cover. Ah, I was waiting for the opportunity to rush in. Look at my cluster missile. Of course, it poofed out right when it was making some headway. I was really counting on that shot. Who barely avoided that.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Oh, I hope you waste your assault armor. I'm worried if I rush in too soon, they're going to take advantage of that. Thank goodness. I've said it, this pulse cannon is great for just raw damage. I couldn't afford to wait for them to be staggered. That was really close though. Oh, you try to snipe me with the coral rifle? Really? I will say, if we got any sniper rifle in this game, it should be coral themed. That would be pretty awesome. And it would make sense, technically. Ah, just out of reach from the missiles. Oh, no. Oh, if they're gonna kite me this whole time, or just wait for time, I'm gonna be really annoyed. Come on, missiles, you're catching up. No, and of course they poof out again. Wait, this is it. This is my moment. You're really luring me to that same building, aren't you? But not into the assault armor. Please hit. Oh, thank goodness. That felt like a rat catcher episode for a moment. I'm glad it's over with. Oh boy, a middleweight with the two best close-range weapons in the game? Well, I'm definitely not going up close and personal for this one. So, mid to long-range combat it is. Yeah, they're already rushing in. Did you really think you're gonna hit me from that far? Do you not have assault boost? I'm surprised you're struggling this much. They just disconnected. Really? You're gonna rage quit against a cosplay build and get caught for it in 4K? Hey, it's the same person I fought with their Voltron 2 build now with the OG Voltron recreation. In fact, I'm pretty sure they were in a match in one of my other build videos. And this one is definitely more on the aggressive side. At least my missiles look like they'll have an easier time hitting my opponent, which is a nice change of pace. And terminal armor means it's my cue to retreat. Don't want to get stuck on that column either. Can the missiles win it? I'm not putting all of my faith in those missiles. I think they need some kind of a buff where they have better tracking, but they don't last as long, just to make it so that they can apply enough pressure and have stagger buildup, similar to the Javelin Beta to a certain extent. Overall, they're not bad though, but definitely very niche. Oh, they're catching up. Darn, they just got away from the missile. Oh, missed the kick. I really try to save my pulse armor against terminal armor builds like this, but when they're super aggressive like that, I don't have much of a choice. Hey, good game, and keep up the Voltron builds. I don't think I've actually seen anyone else use a Voltron recreation, so good job. I'm not gonna lie, this build has some competitive potential. The weapons are very reminiscent of a dual rifle setup that was super popular in the 4th generation days. It was the 051 ANNR and what was the name of the laser rifle? I believe the Altair, if I'm not mistaken. Very good at mid-range, and I felt the same way here, which would make sense because any 4th gen recreation I've made that sported the 051 rifle has the Harris because it's a carbon copy in that respect. It's slow firing but heavy hitting. Now, the original AC from Formula Front had nothing on the left shoulder, but it had hanger weapons in the form of pulse guns, so I wanted to kind of capture that here, and it gives this build something to punish your opponent with, as opposed to simply kiting the whole time. And I think it worked out for the best. Also, no sniper rifle again, so hence the Harris rifle. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And until next time, take care.